Welcome to Washed Up Squad, where you can find some of the best information about the game of basketball and preferably the NBA. Now, today's video, we're going to be covering most unbreakable records in league history. Now, the most unbreakable records in the NBA history are going to be standing for a very long time. It is going to be extraordinarily tough for any team or player to challenge some of the numbers on this list, as all of them seem downright staggering. Wilt Chamberlain is a no-brainer to appear with his dominant play, but there are some other candidates on the list that may serve as a surprise. Is there a record that's not insurmountable? We don't know, but we're going to take a look at some of the most unbreakable records in league history. But before we do, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Average blocks per game by Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton was a menace in the middle, and his defensive prowess was really second to none. Current basketball fans are amazed by Dwight Howard's ability to swat shots with regularity, but Mark Eaton's numbers make Howard look solely mediocre. At 7'4", it's not surprising he had the length to contend anyone at the rim. His 1984-1985 average is absolutely ridiculous, as Eaton batted away almost 6 shots per contest. Technical fouls for a season held by Rasheed Wallace at 41. Now, Rasheed Wallace was known as one of the more prominent hotheads in the game, and many joke that the new technical rules were put in place to combat his arguing. Although his conversation with referees have been exaggerated, there is no doubting that Rasheed Wallace had something to say with every call that went against him. He really lit it up in the 2000-2001 season when he got called for an insane 41 technical fouls. That's one technical foul every other game. Could you imagine his penalties under the new NBA set of rules? I doubt anyone would challenge 40 plus anytime soon, but we got Draymond Green who possibly can make it to that mark. Most assists in a single game by Scott Skiles. Scott Skiles may not get a lot of notoriety in the greater historical context of the game, but he's got one record that's going to be awfully tough to take away. Skiles registered a ridiculous 30 assists in a single game against the Denver Nuggets back in 1990. That type of production would be solid for a point guard over a 3-game span. The Magic scored 155 points in that contest, but the fact that Skiles racked up so many assists is simply mind-blowing, as it's something that's truly beyond the boundaries of a basketball court. The next person to get closer to him was John Stockton with 28. Career assists, as we just said, John Stockton. John Stockton has 15,806 career assists. Not only did Stockton rock one of the flyest uniforms in the history of the game, but he also dished out the rock better than anyone else could. Stockton's career assist total is 4,000 more than second place Jason Kidd. That is jaw-dropping when one considers how highly Kidd is ranked among point guards in a historical context. Steve Nash ranks 6th with 9,252, and Chris Paul is on his way up the ladder. Now, this one may not be a no surprise. Single season scoring average held by Wilt Chamberlain, marking at 50.4 points per game in the 1961-62 season. Now, it's just an amazing feeling when looking at the career stats of Wilt Chamberlain. His scoring average of more than 50 points per game will likely never be broken, as the game has changed drastically since Chamberlain asserted his dominance. We celebrate any player who manages to put up 50 in a single game once in an 82-game set, but Chamberlain averaged that figure during the duration of a season. Another one on the list is number of points in a single game by Wilt Chamberlain, where he scored 100, and we all should know that. While Chamberlain's ability to light up the record books has been well documented, there isn't going to be another player who sniffs a triple-digit output in a single game. While Kobe Bryant came close with his 81-point effort against the Toronto Raptors in 2006, even his pure dominance of the game left him 19 shy of tying Wilt Chamberlain. There were just more than 4,000 people in attendance on the historic evening. Chamberlain etched his name into the record books, and it's likely there won't ever be another spectacle quite like this one. And the only other person we think that probably can come close to this is James Harden, or maybe Kevin Durant if he was to get the green light and be in Mike D'Antoni's system. And that'll wrap up today's video on most unbreakable records in league history. We hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said at the beginning, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as we have the hottest NBA content out on YouTube to date. and we hope to continue to get your support on our future videos. We'll see you next time.